truth and love, and I find those things in God alone.
Your name is Jessica Smith, correct? And you go by Jess. And tell us a little bit about your family.
Sure. So I have two children. Lucy's in 6th grade and Stanley's in 3rd grade at Divine Mercy West Campus. My husband and I have been married for, 17 years, 2003. Yeah, 17 years. And we lived in Pittsburgh for a number of years and moved back in 2012. So we've been back here ever since.
So you're a lifelong member of St. Michael's, pretty much, except for that period of time you were in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah. I was born in Brownstown. Family church, St. Michael's is the family church, and was baptized here. And we were in Pittsburgh for the number of years, but after coming back in 2012, we've, remained parishioners. Yes, so the one thing specifically about the physical building is that my great-grandparents were integral in the establishment of the building and the plans for construction and whatnot. So in terms of our families, we have been connected with this parish since the beginning.
Your family was involved in the beginning of the church. I think St. Michael's is older than Omos. Is that correct?
The centennial happened in 2011.
Right, before ours. So yeah, St. Michael's is older than our Mother of Sorrows. And the demographics, though, of the people in the parish kind of borders on an older population, would you say?
Yes, for sure.
So you're a young family here at the parish, and I mean, you do multiple ministries here. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, hospitality ministry. When we started that at Father's suggestion, and as a way to carry out the mission statement, I think that was huge. Although these are lifelong members that have been here at St. Michael, once we were at those doors and welcoming people in, it made a huge difference.
Isn't that interesting? So they've been going here for years and years and years. And then all of a sudden there's a hospitality ministry. How would you say that affected them?
So not that there was ever not a lack of community, of course. It's a very, very strong community, both in the church and just in the community in general. Anytime there's something that needs to happen in terms of fundraising or repair or support, it's always been there. However, being at the doors, and sometimes I even put my kids at the doors as well to kind of welcome people, it just really soften things a little bit and welcome people in more.
You really try to connect people with projects and connect St. Michael's with Omos. And I would say that's just a huge boon for both of our parishes. And thanks to your efforts, give me a couple examples of what you've been doing.
Well, I guess to go back for a little bit, throughout my life, Omos and St. Michael's have been connected on some level. When we would be connected or clustered with Omos, we would follow and do similar things or support each other. But also, as a student going to our Mother of Sorrows, I kind of felt that connection overall. So it's like I have, I get the best of both. I get to have a strong connection with my roots here and the familial history with the parish, but I also get to be involved and take part and also help unify the two parishes, I think. I think that's kind of how I approach it.
I also know, just by speaking with you, that you are involved in a small group, and you have been for a while now. And I'm interested to hear, as a young parent, I mean, your kids are getting a little bit older now, but they were pretty young when you started a small group. How do you make that all work?
Well, thankfully, we were in a group with other similar parents in similar situations. So the group was a little bit more relaxed. Kids were just kind of incorporated into things. And at some points, though, we did try to keep it a little bit separate, just for our own separate space as well. But most of us going into it had the understanding, and some people don't even have children that are in the small group, but the idea was that it's our unit. We're kind of all here and working on stuff together, so.
A little chaotic, but that's okay, right?
That's
just
just
normal.
Normal, exactly.
That's terrific. So you've been doing this for how many years have you been in your small group?
I was trying to think about that when we participated in Alpha, my husband and I, and it was in the summer probably of 2015, I would say.
And now that you brought up Alpha, at what point, was there a turning point in your life where you thought, I want to get more involved in my church? Or have you always felt that way?
No, it was a process for sure. Moving back, Stanley, our son, was only 3 months old. And so we, moved from Pittsburgh back here. I stopped working to become a full-time stay-at-home mom. Church was good and it was grounding because it was something familiar and that I was used to, but it wasn't an initial thing, well, I'm going to move back home and get involved in the church right away on the level that I am now. But slowly, with the different ministries that were kind of asked of me to be nominated for parish council and then asked to do Eucharistic minister, hospitality, all those sorts of things just kind of naturally progressed. As the kids got older, I had more time and whatnot.
That's it's something that I see is that, and I ask this question, I mean, do projects find you, or did you have to go out and look for them?
I know I've been blessed with some very wonderful talents that I like to share. So I like to connect with people. I like to make people feel comfortable or kind of uplift them a little bit. I do that professionally, personally, and all those sorts of things. So, right, if you or Father or my mom and Marissa ask me to do something because it needs to be done, well, yeah, we find time to do it and we do it.
And what I wanted to bring up as well is part of what you do professionally is, tell me quickly, like, what that is.
Sure. So my background is in psychology. And so I've worked in the community setting since I graduated from college, working with substance abuse and mental health, individuals that are struggling and are on the road to seek some assistance, treatment, recovery, overall health. I think that in continuing to unite and connect is really, really important. And also finding an outlet to even connect more in just, I don't want to limit it to just this community, but kind of making things a bit more personal in the outreach in this small community. And I can say both Westmont and Brownstown were so very closely connected geographically and whatnot. And there's so much need just right here. And so continuing to find ways to connect and participate in different outreaches specifically for the community.
What would you say to other young parents who are, they're busy? It's a busy stage in life. And how were you able to handle that? It's not easy.
It's not easy. From early on, I kind of just incorporated them in with the service because I think that teaches them. They see us doing it, and that's a way to teach them as well. So they like doing hospitality when I don't have a third adult to help me, or my daughter serves, and my son will soon be trained to be a server as well. And it's in our nature to provide assistance and service where it's needed.
And also, they witness you in your small group. Truly, this is all a part of their lives, and they'll grow up with that influence. So I think that's a great service you're doing to your children and families. So
yeah, my husband and I believe that. So right. We basically do everything together, and this is just as much of a part of our lives as any other aspect, sports or school or anything else.
Well, thank you for telling us all about all of the things that you do here at St. Michael's. I actually wanted you to show us around, show us a couple of the rooms that others can actually employ. They can contact, who would they contact at St. Michael's to use some of the facilities?
Sure. Maureen Puchko is an integral part of scheduling and making sure that the rooms are available, the small community group room, this group room as well. Yes, you just contact her and she'll let you know about availability.
All I need is truth and love, and I find those things in God alone.